All right.
Coach, a lot of different combinations out there today. What did you see out there that pleased you a lot? What are some things that these combinations need to work on?
Well, no, it was just nice to have the opportunity to get kids some opportunity to play. You know, through the first 6 games, we didn't have any that we could put some people out there that, you know, might be struggling defensively in practice, to give them a chance to say, okay, I'm going to put you out in a game. You get beat 2 or 3 times, it's just going to give us game footage to be able to show you this is what you have to work on. Well, we didn't have those opportunities for 6. So, you know, I was able to get some in a lot more today, which was great. And then we'll be able to break down the film and say, look at your footwork. This is what we've been trying to talk to you about in practice, why you've got to change it for games. So that was a good thing. It was nice to be able to, you know, play Maisha Mariah and Brianna not a bunch of minutes, because we've been putting a lot of pounding on them. So I was really pleased with that. I thought Aaron DeGray came in and did some good things. You know, it's just going to take her some time. It's going to take some time to understand how to play at the defensive end of the floor. You know, that's really going to be her biggest challenge, because she's always just been told to stand behind somebody and stand up with arms straight up. That's not going to work at this level. You've got to move your feet, get them off the block, and be a presence. You know, I thought Taja Cole played much better tonight. You know, I thought she was more aggressive off the ball defensively. She's always done a nice job on the ball. And now she's finally learning, you know, my man passes it, they turn their head, I can go dig. You know, she's getting her hands are becoming a lot more active, which is what we need. Sam Fury, it was nice to see her score. Her big thing is I've just got to get her to continue to play harder and stronger. She's really nonchalant at times, and that's why she'll turn it over, because she just, you know, like wiry out there, like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, no, it matters. So trying to get her to understand that. But, you know, overall, I was very pleased. It was nice to actually see us try to defend someone. You know, I mean, we did give them some open looks, and they actually made those. But for the most part, I thought we made them try to take contested shots.
With Asia Dewar back in for her second game and another good game, is she pretty much good to go for the rest of the year?
Well, you know what? I'll find it. We'll see how she's feeling tomorrow. See how she's feeling on Monday. Yeah, I'm hoping that she's good to go right now, because I think this was a big test for us, because it's similar to what our conference play is going to be. You know, you play Thursday, come back, you might play on Sunday instead of on Saturday. But, you know, our first game, we've got, I think it's Florida State on a Friday night at Georgia Tech on Sunday. You know, so we've got to make sure she can play both games in a weekend and not just play on Thursday. Oh, I can't play on Sunday, then I'll come back the following Thursday. So I think that's why today was really important, to see how she can do pain-wise, because that's really what it is. I mean, it's being able to play through all that pain.
It seems like there's a few times you guys are a good on-ball defenders, but then sometimes you get lost, or when they're not guarding the ball. Is that kind of where the defensive breakdown?
Yeah, that's something we have to work on. I mean, we're definitely trying to work on guarding off the ball. You've got to be able to move without the ball, not stare at it. Your man slides up, you have to slide up. It's all about communication.
Sid Brackmeyer doesn't get off the bench for the second game in a row. Is that continuing knee trouble?
Well, yeah, Sid's still got some pain in that knee. You know, the kid, she's a great kid. She works her tail off. She does everything we ask her to do. She's an asset to our program. There's no question about it. I feel bad for her. You know, she does all the rehab she's supposed to do, does everything that she's asked. But unfortunately, she just can't get to that point to where her knee is feeling good. You know, and it's one of those, I don't want her to go out there and possibly injure something else because she's compensating for how her knee feels. And I've specifically told her that you let me know. If you think you can go, boom, let's go. If not, then we have to make sure we just keep doing everything we can to figure out what we can do to get her to feel better.
Thursday, in-state rival Kentucky. What takeaways do you take from today to prepare you for them? What do you expect out of Kentucky?
Well, I mean, they play extremely hard. They've been shooting the ball very well from behind the 3-point line. They defend. We're going to have to really try and contain their dribble drive. We're going to have to try to keep the ball in front of us. We're going to have to execute at the offensive end. And, it should be a good game again. It should be a very competitive basketball game between two very good ball clubs.
What's the learning curve been for this team in the last couple of weeks?
I'm losing more hair and it's getting grayer. It's been exhausting. I mean, it's just our biggest problem right now is, we'll have 2 really good days, and then our workout this morning, our shoot around this morning was awful. Film session was terrible. They weren't prepared for it. They really hadn't looked at their scouting report, and they think it's okay, and it's not, because you're just cheating the process. Like we've got to figure out a way to get these young ones, especially, to realize the little things matter. It matters that you come prepared with everything you're supposed to bring. And to them, they're like, "Wow, I forgot this, I forgot that. It's not a big deal. I'm ready to play." No, it affects how you play. So it's been a little frustrating at times, but we're just going to continue to work on it, and hopefully the light bulb will go from dim to bright, and they'll realize, hey, it all matters.
Do you see any leaders in that group that are bringing everything and coming?
Not just the freshmen. We don't have any leadership from any of them yet. I mean, which we're not going to. They're still trying to figure it all out. But I mean, like Maisha, Mariah, Courtney, and Breonna Jackson. Those 4 have really been consistent the past 2 weeks on their effort. And that's something that we have to continue to get. They've got to continue to bring it every day. Thank you, everybody.